Hello, this is RJ City, and I am ethically opposed to any more wrestling podcasts. I don't know why you guys are talking about wrestling. It is a niche product. It is a very small industry. Yet, at this point, there's more wrestling podcasts than there are wrestlers. There is something wrong with society as a whole, but as you get smaller and smaller into wrestling, and then the wrestling podcast sphere, it gets even worse. And one such example, if I may turn on the microscope and look at the drudgery that happens to be True Heel Heat. SP3, Sid, this is your fault.
Yes, it is I, Holly Cameron, and I'm in your phones, but I'm also making an appearance for True Heel Heat. I've been told it's a fantastic podcast. Why haven't you had me on it then, huh? Where's my invitation? I think you guys need to feel the wrath. I'm at Comic-Con today, but I think we need to get some, some wrath in the show. So let me know.
Ladies and gents, I am Killer Cross.
And I'm Scarlett Bordeaux.
And you are watching True Heel Heat. TikTok, motherfucker.
Hello. It is me, your True Heel Phenom, SP3, and we are live on the True Heel Heat YouTube and Facebook for our WWE Survivor Series WarGames 2025 preview. Breaking down this Saturday show from San Diego, California, stadium show at Petco Park, and we're going to break down all the action. And yes, when I say all, I mean all 4 matches on this Saturday's card. And of course, to do that, I am joined by my favorite tag team partner when it comes to previewing and hyping you up on a pay-per-view or PLE. You know her from coexisting with Rob on Fightful Overbooked, and for all of our pay-per-view and PL previews for 2025 here on the True Heel Heat YouTube channel. The one and only Maggie is here. How are you doing?
Never mind how am I doing. Did you ask Harley Cameron to be on the channel?
I mean, I did tell my producer. Our producer is the one who gets the drops. I was like, I hope you did invite Harley to come on the channel if she really wanted to be.
Yeah, because like, what the hell? Please have Harley Cameron on the show. This is so good. I'm okay. I'm like, we had a conversation, a couple of days ago. I'm desperately trying not to get sick because everyone's sick at work, and if I get sick too, that's not no. But on the other hand, it's better for me to get sick now than in the middle of December when it's gonna be hell for us here. So like I'm so confused. I'm really, really torn. Um Weird time for us because one of my favorite coworkers, it's her last day at work today. And we do have a new guy. And I don't like him. Yeah, because like I've known the guy for quite some time and he's a piece of shit. And yeah, and pieces of shit have never worked in this bar before. And yeah, and and I tried explaining this to my boss, and he's like, "Well, he's doing a pretty good job." And I'm like, "Okay, I know his friends. They're pieces of shit too. If he starts to work behind the bar, those pieces of shit are gonna flood the bar. Do you want the bar to be filled with pieces of shit? That's my question." Like, and he was just, "We'll just, we'll give him a chance." And I'm like, "That's a mistake. That's a mistake." And I don't know. We'll see this, but hey, this can be finally the kicker that I get to fucking leave. Okay, Like,
All you need
December
is that.
1st.
All you need is
Yeah,
that push.
yeah. Listen, no. December 1st, it'll be 10 years for me behind the bar. Which is a lot. Uh, yeah, and we'll see if we get to that.
It's only a few days. It's only a
Well,
few days away.
okay, listen. Okay, so while we were doing the predictions for Full Gear, I said that if Kenny Omega and Jurassic Express win the match, and then the Young Bucks turn on the family, the Don Callis family, and then the Elite save them, and they all reunite together and everything. I was like, I'm not. If everything of this happens, I'm not gonna buy perfumes for the rest of the year. And you both were like, "Oh, it's a month away." That's a lot for me. Okay, like that's a month is a lot, but also it didn't quite actually happen
It
because
did not.
Kenny Omega and
You're
then
still
Jurassic
you're
Express.
still allowed to get perfumes in 2025.
But listen, I shouldn't because, like I said, I'm poor. I shouldn't afford this.
So you have to make another bet on this show.
Listen, okay, so I know I'm not that good when it comes to predictions. I don't know if I've made this clear, if you guys have been keeping up with these prediction shows or the prediction shows that Rob and I do. I mean, Rob is probably the only one who's worse than me, okay? Probably the only one. All my love for Rob, by the way. Yeah, but I'm not that good when it comes to predictions. This was something again that we discussed with SP3 this past week. I was on this very channel when I so boldly said, "We all know this storyline is just a filler for when MJF comes back. We all know Hangman is retaining." I suck at this.
And what we found out is that all of Hangman's feuds in this reign had a purpose. The MJF one was to close out his rivalry that really kind of turned around the whole year for AEW with MJF. The Kyle Fletcher one was to make Kyle Fletcher into a made man, into a main event star, which he did a great job at. And then the Samoa Joe one was basically a red herring where you didn't think it was going to happen, but it was actually the title. It was the title change there.
Yeah, but like when you come to think of it, like if you think about MJF right now, it all makes sense because Samoa Joe is the person to get that title off of MJF in the first place. It makes sense for MJF to, have his revenge with the contract that he has and everything on Samoa Joe. But it's going to be a really weird dynamic because we all know MJF is supposed to be a heel, but everyone's cheering him on. Because
it depends on who he's against.
Sure, but like, come on, everyone loves MJF. He's gonna come back after missing some. How can you boo this guy? Every time I ask this, how can you boo this guy? He had like years ago during the pandemic. He had a picture with a parrot on his shoulder, and I'm like, how can you boo this guy? That's a picture with him with a parrot, and you're booing. No, no.
You're like, oh, MJF, you're so adorable.
He's so fucking adorable. No, he's sweet.
Any thoughts on Full Gear since the last time we saw you? We were previewing that show.
So I like Mercedes Moné versus Chris Statlander. It was really, really, really good match. The right person won. Just, just saying. I loved everything about Kyle O'Reilly versus John Moxley because I'm such a huge Kyle O'Reilly fan. And I was really scared about this match. And I mentioned this on the preview because I loved everything that they did with Kyle O'Reilly up until the pay-per-view, because seeing them giving him a push made my heart feel full. And I was really afraid that they were going to do the wrong choice at the pay-per-view. But like, for me, the storyline was about Moxley losing and everyone else winning. Because Pac beat Darby, fucking yes, man. Ugh. So glad about that. But Moxley lost. The match was amazing. Afterwards, we did see John Moxley giving him the nod, but then he was like, "Nah, man, fuck that," and then everyone attacked Kyle O'Reilly. I did enjoy Marina Shafir's facial expressions throughout this entire match because she was confident and then she was worried, and then when Moxley won, you could see in her eyes like the sadness and the disappointment because she knows what follows. She knows what has to be done now. Marina Shafir she's really grown in this group.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely, man. I mean, she's a force to be reckoned with, and I have enjoyed everything about her. Fletcher versus Briscoe. Listen, I know people are rooting for Mark Briscoe to be a singles champion, and that's great. He's a wonderful performer. I just love Kyle Fletcher so much. But like everything that they did after with the Don Callis family and him swooping in the C2, that's an even better storyline. So I appreciate that because everything that we're about to see, I mean, we're about to see him face Okada tonight, right? Camille, okay, on a random episode of Dynamite. I'm so happy. Makes my heart full. So yeah, that's probably the only reason I'm super fine with that. I have complete faith with Mark Briscoe being TNT champion moving forward. The Elite reunion felt really good, but I feel like because there were so many of them up until this point, and it felt kind of sure, like another Elite reunion because they were fighting and now they're not fighting. But it was really good because I'm part of the Elite girlies and I can't wait to see what happens next for them as a group. Are they gonna back up Hangman for any reason? They should. But yeah, it all depends on what happens tonight. The C2 is in full effect. Let's just not forget that there's a women's tag team tournament still going on, because even I forget.
I think also Tony Khan forgets.
Yeah, so but like fucking why?
I don't know. I'm very much confused as well. But
so frustrating.
Here we are, but we're here to talk some WWE Survivor Series War Games. Appreciate y'all for joining us live. Appreciate y'all for watching us on demand. If you haven't already, remember to show your appreciation back. The simplest way possible is by dropping a thumbs up on this video. You can also share this video with all your wrestling fans, friends, and family on all your favorite social media platforms. If you are new to the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here. You could sound off in the comment section if you're watching us on demand and give us your predictions for this Saturday show. And if you're with us live, sound off in the live chat. We love to interact with all of you guys, hear your prediction, hear your thoughts, hear your opinions on this Saturday show, WWE Survivor Series War Games. And of course, if you're feeling generous, you want to get back to what we do here, you want to show your support to the True Hill Heat YouTube channel during the holiday season, we always appreciate with a super chat donation. Any dollar amount matters. It goes back to contributors that you see on screen with us here. And we always appreciate the support. Every year I say, I got 2 big-ass 5-year-olds. Please show your support.
Please. I have a perfume addiction.
Show your support. Zach Meager says National Jukebox Day and National Cake Day, SP3.
Ordinary cake, right? It's not a euphemism for something.
Oh. Cake,
right?
Cake. I think he means the actual cake.
The actual cake, but that's even better. I mean, I don't remember anyway, but like that's really good.
That's really good. I'm gonna have a piece of cake today. Hassan says, let's roll up for Survival Series, War Games San Diego preview show. He says, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you guys. This is our final kind of live stream on the channel before Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there celebrating. If you're going to have some turkey, eat responsibly or not.
No. Stuff is no. Fuck that.
Exactly. Or not.
That's a lot of protein. You cannot go wrong when it comes to stuff your face with turkey protein. Okay.
I plan on stuffing my face tomorrow at my sister's and taking home 2 to maybe 3 plates. So I have food for the next 2 to 3 days.
Okay, so you've watched Friends, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Ross made that Thanksgiving sandwich turkey with the bread moist from turkey. Okay, so is that a thing? Do you guys do that?
No, I don't do that. I don't.
Okay, because I really
my mom used to take what's left of the turkey to make like turkey soup of the weekend of Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have chicken soup, so like it's it's the same. I just really wondered if that type of sandwich is that good in order for me to excuse his meltdown after someone stole his sandwich. My sandwich.
My sandwich. We got Bryn in the chat with us. Good to see you. Saying happy Thanksgiving Eve. Happy Thanksgiving Eve to you as well. We got best wishes for Rob in the chat. Most definitely. Shout outs to the good brother Rob. We got Dion who says MJF always finds a way to make you boo him.
No.
This is true. He finds a way. I never boo him because he's from New York. I represent all my New York brethren. I was literally, I cut a promo on everyone in my section at Full Gear when FTR won because they booed him. They booed FTR and Stokely Hathaway, and I was like, Stokely is a representative of New York. He's from Harlem, so we will not boo him. And then when they won, I was like, "Ha! I told y'all not to boo them. I told y'all not to boo them. You see."
So, what was the atmosphere there live?
It was really good. I thought it was really good. Pretty much the whole night through. I think that the emotional peak of where the energy was like the highest for the show. I think from the beginning to like Briscoe winning the TNT championship, but I think that they totally kind of drained the crowd by doing the Kyle O'Reilly and Jon Moxley match back to back with Mark Briscoe and Kyle Fletcher. And
that was a weird ass decision.
It hurt every single match after that. Every single match after that.
I mean, you said it on the preview, like a submission match was right there. I'm sure that Moxley would have found a way to bleed in that type of stipulation.
Exactly.
Nonetheless, that's fine.
Pull out a fork in that
Yeah.
type of simulation.
What's with the forking, man? Just stop it. I mean,
He forked his titty.
I know, and like,
He titty forked him.
yeah, and like, it's as if he makes his opponent every time he has opponent in those sorts of matches. It's as if he makes his opponent uh sign a contract in which is said that if he holds back with the fork, he's gonna be fired. So did like fucking jam that thing there, and I'm like physically shouting at my television. I'm like, stop it! You got him. So just either pin him or just morgue. Like
But he wants to make the diabetic bleed.
I was scared for Kyle O'Reilly for a bit.
I was too. I was like, that's way too much blood. Rin says those Thanksgiving sandwiches, Maggie, are a thing of at sandwich shops.
Okay, but are they this good in order to cause a meltdown?
Oh no, they're delicious. I have had a post Thanksgiving sandwich. They are delicious. Thanksgiving leftovers. Those are best leftovers in the world. Like there's nothing like I've had leftovers of food I've made, leftovers of my mom's cooking, my missus cooking. Does not matter. Thanksgiving, don't matter who we cooked. Thanksgiving leftovers is the best thing in the world. Friday afternoon and evening, I'm eating Thanksgiving.
Well, our big dinner table is at Christmas Eve, because that's Orthodox Christianity has a different thing when it comes to Christmas and everything. So that's our big Christmas, big table food stuff. I would say that Christmas Eve leftovers are the best, but if I'm on that table, there are no leftovers. So like
What do you
everything.
traditionally eat for Christmas Eve dinner? What's
Well,
the main
because we stick to everything that happened according to the Bible. We eat everything that is not from animal descent. Like we do not eat meat, we do not eat eggs, dairy, nothing, like whatsoever, nothing. So we eat beans stew. We eat a specific type of bread which has a little coin in it, and whoever in the family gets the piece of the bread with the coin in it, that's the following year would be their year. We also get I don't know. So those aren't a thing anywhere apart from the Balkans, but we have these grape leaves, leaves from grapes, that we put rice in it and different sorts of spices, and we cover the rice with the leaf, and then we put it in the oven. It's really tasty. That's a Balkan thing. But like I said, everything apart from meat, and every time I sit on the table and prayers start, my grandmother says prayers and everything, and I'm like, not a protein in sight.
Not a protein in sight.
Not a protein in sight. And I have to eat everything. And because I'm really careful when it comes to protein intake. I mean, minimum, like for 1 kilogram of my weight, I consume a minimum of 1 gram of protein. So usually the best thing for you to do is have 20 grams of protein with every meal. That's the easiest way. So on that table, zero protein, not even 1 gram anywhere. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do now? It's not allowed. You shouldn't. I don't have a problem with it, but my deeply religious grandmother, she will bury me in the backyard if I have any sort of protein.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Wasn't expecting that.
it's a really love-hate relationship when it comes to Christmas Eve because I love stuffing my face with that food because it's really, really, really good. But no protein. Zero protein in any of it. Man. I mean, I think I can make my grandmother have chickpeas. I think that's possible. If I have chickpeas, that's gonna be, but they're really filling, and I won't be able to have my beans.
It's okay. It's okay. It's all right.
My head hurts, sweetie.
You don't have to think about this for like another month. You're fine. You're just gonna be.
It's gonna come like that. It's gonna be
It
like
is.
that.
It
It's gonna
is.
come
That's how time works nowadays. It goes very
when you're
very
over
fast.
30, especially.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
For
I know
whatever
for the
reason.
kids, it probably goes longer. But yes, I love the Thanksgiving talk. I agree with Dion when the candy yams and the macaroni and cheese hit my plate. It's magic. The stuffing, those are my three favorite things. The stuffing, mac and
Yeah.
cheese, candy yams. Can't wait for tomorrow. I'm gonna quit talking about it, or I'm just gonna get more hungry. But yes, let's talk about WWE Survivor Series War Games 2025. As always, with our pay-per-view previews. Maggie, from 0 to 10, how much are you looking forward to this Saturday show?
Oh, I don't give a fuck. So, okay. Okay, listen, they don't care at all about this pay-per-view. Why should I? I feel like I say this all the time when it comes to but Survivor Series is one of their big pay-per-views, correct me if I'm wrong. They considered
I think they hyped it up. They put all the stars in War Games. They hype it up well. I mean, they did for that Madison Square Garden show. Not too much on Raw. Raw wasn't a
okay.
good go home show, but the Madison Square Garden show was a good go home show. Just happened a week early.
Sure. Listen, I know I'm probably just like, most of pay-per-views and premium live events and everything. I'm going to enjoy watching the show. But do I care about the show right now? Hell no. And AJ Lee is a part of that, pay-per-view. So imagine, because they put zero thought in the War Games. Like, I hate it when the year comes around to this specific time and it's time for Blood and Guts and War Games, and they're like, let's have those sorts of matches for the sake of having the matches and not because the storyline leads to the match and needs the match in order to put a bow on it or whatever. That's why gimmick pay-per-views always come with this really lame aspect of that. Hell in a Cell was the same thing. Oh, let's have a Hell in a Cell match, and it's just, why are we having a Hell in a Cell match and everything? And then usually the participants that were in a Hell in a Cell match then have a normal match after. Like, it goes the other way. Listen, Brock Lesnar falling down on his ass on this week's Raw.
Best thing ever.
But first, yes.
all time botch. That was the best part of the go home show to Survivor Series.
Yes, yeah, of course. Because it's like the universe is like, okay, wrestling fans, dear wrestling fans, there haven't been any women's matches on the show recently. And we can't do anything about that. And we know that you're feeling really weird about Brock Lesnar being on your television, even though everything else that's happening about him. And we're really sorry about that, but we can't do anything about it. But because we can't take this away, so here's really stupid things happening to Brock Lesnar, like tearing his jeans and falling on his ass, just for your amusement, because we're people too. Like I said on Twitter, I will be watching this up until I'm a shriveled old granny, and I will be showing this to my nephew when he's 40 years old. Of course, my sister showed my nephew the video of Brock Lesnar falling on his ass, and he was like, "Okay, we're going." And I'm like, "Just grow up first. You're 7. Just grow up."
He's ready. He's ready to
Yeah,
go.
he's like, "Let's grow up first, and I'll take you to a wrestling show." Yeah, I don't care about Brock Lesnar being a part of Hell in a Cell. Why was Brock Lesnar a part of Hell in a Cell? The
War
only
Games.
the fuck off. Like, what is that?
You said Hell in a Cell. I'm just saying, it's War Games.
Oh,
She told me to fuck off because I corrected her. And didn't even realize that I was correcting her. She just said fuck off.
no, I didn't
Brock
say fuck
Lesnar.
off to you. No, I didn't say fuck off to you. Jesus, I would never say that to you.
I know that's it. It's because of Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I'm really pissed off. Okay, War Games. Yeah, I didn't mean Hell in a Cell. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I hate that. I thought the only reason why Brock Lesnar would be a part of this match was because Cena was a part of the match. Cena wasn't a part of the match. He's facing Dominic, which is probably the only match I'm looking forward to. And oh my God, we get a face-off between Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar, and I'm puking because it's 5 years ago all over again. Why are we doing this? And yeah, I don't care. Like, unless Brock is gonna fall a bunch more, I don't want to see it.
Did you see me take the bump on In the Weeds yesterday?
I did not. I haven't catched on.
I did the Brock Lesnar slip. I haven't done it on this channel yet. Do you think I should do it?
What a stupid question. Of course you should
right.
do it.
Here we go. You can either hum the Brock Lesnar theme song, or you could talk to the people while I set up. I'm gonna set myself up here. Sorry.
Okay.
So I don't hurt myself too much. Here we go.
Okay, fine. Da 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 da. You went full on Cyclops with your headphones. Oh my God. Did you do a backflip? You almost did a backflip. Like him. You're muted.
Almost. I did a roll through.
Yeah, I mean, he did do it. Like, the most hilarious part of this was Paul Heyman, because he was
If that didn't earn us some super chat donations, I don't know what will. I'm the only wrestling podcaster who's willing to take that bump 3 times in 2 days.
I mean, I would do it, but that's a wall here.
Yeah, I don't want.
And
I did it. I did it for the both of us. I did it.
yes, thank you. And you took a double bump because looked like it hurt. By the way, guys, I told Rob to watch the video because Rob's not watching any wrestling right now, like whatsoever. And I was like, I know that you haven't seen this. You know what happened, but please go out of your way to watch the video. And this was the first thing that made him laugh out loud after everything that happened. And I'm so glad. This makes my heart so full because it's not only funny, but it's fucking Brock Lesnar.
Exactly.
So, piss off.
It's like a great thing to happen to an awful person. It's great.
Yes. Yeah, you love to see it.
As far as where I'm at, 0 to 10 for my height for Survivor Series, I will say I am at a 6. I'm at a 6.
I'm at a 2.
I'm
I'm
at a
also
6 because they have like I was giving them credit last week after the Madison Square Garden show of how many big stars they have put into War Games. But I do understand where you're coming from. I saw Britain in the chat who said War Games this year feels like a gimmick match that needed a bunch of people instead of a bunch of people that needed a gimmick match. I can understand that it's a lot of sizzle and not a lot of steak. It's a lot of external. Oh, this looks good. This looks big time. This looks like it's a big event, but internally it's dying. Like or it's completely empty. Like that is what this all is. They just threw a whole bunch of stars into War Games, a whole bunch of different rivalries that really didn't have too much connection. And I have my kind of complaints on the men's War Games and who got the short end of the stick, which we'll get into a little bit later. So I'm like right in the middle, like 6 only because I know that the matches are all going to deliver because the War Games have all the top stars in it and all these dynamics that I do want to see, all these interactions that I do want to see. And same with the women's War Games. And then Dom and Cena is going to be good. And Stephanie Vicaire and Nikki Bella is also there. So
listen,
6.
I really don't I'm opposed to us having prediction shows on Wednesdays, especially when it comes to prediction shows about WWE premium live events, because on Wednesday I catch up on NXT, and NXT usually pisses me off so much that I'm really negatively charged when it comes to WWE. And my God, did NXT piss me off last night.
I literally I watched NXT so weirdly where I missed like the middle portion of the show. I watched like the beginning of the show, then I got bored, so I turned it off, and then I came back to the show. I came back to the show and I watched the ending, and I was like, oh, okay, that was a good match. That's cool. There's nothing that's kind of hooking me in. There's no stories that is really gripping me in NXT right now. And the only like few that I'm interested in is Ricky Saints and Obafemi, and they just seem to kind of just be like, I'm just only gonna give you a little bit of this. I'll give you a 3-minute interview with Ricky. That's it. It's like this should be the focus of your show.
Like, when you think about it, all the storylines and all the things that you are well aware that are about to happen in NXT, everything that's leading to a certain thing, that it's coming, but that they're going to execute it in the most boring and stupid ass way. And that's what pisses me off. Like the Sol Ruka and Zarya story has pissed me off so much because initially, to begin with, why is Zarya there and not killing people?
Yeah.
Why
did they introduce Zarya as this killer and then she's doing TikTok videos with Sol
and everything? Yeah, and this isn't me crapping on people doing TikToks. You do you, but like, why is she that? Like, why? And why hasn't Zarya had a killer feud with Jordan Grace? Because I want to see that.
Why hasn't Jordan Grace been NXT Women's Champion?
Yes, that. And like, I have a lot of questions. Kendall Gray, I love her. She like her. I do not watch Evolve. You do. I know that you do. You love it. Kudos to you.
Female Kurt Angle right there. Kendall Gray.
I adore her, but like the initial thought of them being so fucking lazy that they made John Cena do a pre-tape in front of a green screen locker room to randomly pick people to be a part of the deadline stipulation Iron Survivor matches. That's why I'm pissed off, because like the only qualifying match that they had was between Miles Bourne and Trick Williams. Why was that a qualifying match? Why didn't they make the Kendall Gray defending her Evolve Championship also a qualifying match? Why wasn't
Since it
that
pretty
made
much
into
was.
exactly? I mean, she was a part of, initially she was named to be a part of, the qualifying match.
Why did two people who lost the match on the show get into the Iron Survivor? Jordan Grace and Kalani Jordan.
Three of the wasn't it three? No, three of the men. Oh, I forgot. The majority of the people who are in those matches have been losing.
Yeah, because Javon Evans and Leon Slater lost last week. Joe Hendry lost last week.
Yeah, why is Lola Vice in there? Where is
She's done nothing but lose her big matches.
Yeah, Jada Parker. Where's Jada Parker? I want to see
Jada.
Why isn't Izzy Dame? Why isn't Izzy Dame?
Why is it Izzy Dame and Tatum Paxley in this match?
Yeah, like Sol Ruka and Zarya. Why? Because they have a wonderful opportunity for them to, further that storyline in the match. And we all know that they're going to be stupid enough to turn Sol Ruka heel and not Zarya, because she needs to go to the main roster. And because before she goes to the main roster, we want to be sure that she can be both a heel and a face.
Yeah, they're going to do something stupid and turn Sol Ruka heel. Yeah.
It's that, and that's why I'm pissed off, and that's why I rarely say yes to us having a prediction show on a Wednesday, because I'm so negative, because I'm so pissed off, I'm so angry, and every time it's NXT's fault. This youth NXT was my favorite wrestling show 5 years ago. It was my favorite wrestling show. I didn't like AEW. I wasn't hooked on it. I fucking hated SmackDown and Raw. NXT was my safe place. Black and gold. Oh my god. Now it's pissing me off. It's how the turntables.
Leave the memories alone. Don't change a thing. 'Cause I want you here where I used to be. Leave the memories alone. Don't change a thing. 'Cause I want you here. We got a super chat donation from our good brother Rob Wilkins. Thank you so much, Rob. Hi to you, Rob. He says, stopping by just to say hi to two of my favorite people. Much love to you both. F. Gobert. Always F. Gobert. I understand.
I don't. What's that?
That is Rudy Gobert getting traded to his Minnesota Timberwolves is the inside joke and the scar that's on Rob, that he will forever remind me that I was the one that told him that Rudy Gobert got traded to the Timberwolves.
I just, because I have no idea what that is. Rob, sweetie, we love you. I just thought that this was because Rob does a lot of typos, and you guys, when I say a lot of typos, you guys don't understand. He's a lot of typo, and I just thought that this was a regular typo, and he meant to say F Goldberg, and I'm like, okay, sorry.
Yeah, F that guy too. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
We got a super chat donation from Chuck Berries. Thank you so much, Chuck Berries, for the support. He says, okay, here, bruh. Damn. Here's your donation. Just take my money, LOL. Seriously, though, thanks for the entertainment. Thank you, Chuck Berries. Appreciate that. And yes, I put my body on the line to entertain all of you.
Yes, you're basically a wrestler.
Yes. I'm gonna take several different bumps, and then we're gonna put it on a clip video, and it's gonna be me singing "My Sacrifice" by Creed. Yes. Hello, my friend, we meet again. It's been a long time. Where do we begin? Feels like forever. It's gonna be like that.
And then Jeremy's gonna save your ass.
No, I don't need any saving. All right, let's get into the show.
Yeah, 45 minutes in.
I know, 45. I mean, it's not gonna take us long to get through the actual card.
Sweetie. Come on.
It's not. It's really not.
Come on.
All right. We'll start off with one of the titular matches, the women's War Games matchup. We got Team Becky Lynch. Yes, it is her team. She put this team together despite
Yes.
being the fifth person chosen on the team. It is Team Becky Lynch as she captains the team with the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, Nia Jax, and Lash Legend against the team of AJ Lee, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Io Sky, and Rhea Ripley. Of course, Becky Lynch and AJ Lee have been at each other's throats ever since AJ Lee made her return to back up her husband, CM Punk, against Becky and her husband, Seth Rollins. It was AJ and Punk who beat Becky and Seth at WrestlePalooza, and then it was AJ who distracted Becky, costing her the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship. All the while, it was Asuka and Kairi who turned their back on Io Sky, their former Damage Control stablemate, and started their feud with Rhea Ripley. These four women faced each other at Crown Jewel with Rhea and Io picking up the win, but then the Kabuki Warriors took both women out and then won the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships from Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. They were cost that victory from Nia Jax and Lash Legend, with Lash Legend making her debut on the main roster, courtesy of a beatdown on Alexa Bliss over on SmackDown. So all of these women have kind of been interplay over the last month or two. I do like how they have put together this women's War Games. It felt like it had more kind of forethought and setup than last year. I think it's because mainly I'm comparing it to last year, where it was just like, these women are feuding with these women. These women are babyface. These women are heel. They're going to be in War Games. At least they made everybody kind of intertwined leading up to this. I do enjoy this build a lot more than probably the last couple of years, honestly. Even the Damage Control ones, they would throw people in there that weren't really feuding with Damage Control. This one feels like everyone has some interconnection, some connection to one another. What do you think?
So I hate to break it to you, but you're beginning to sound like a woman being happy with the bare minimum. So please don't do that. The build has sucked, and it's let's say what it is. Just because the last couple of years the women's War Games matches have been ass when it comes to story build, doesn't mean that this is good. No, it sucks. All the War Game stuff sucks. It should have been better. It should have been better. The bar is ridiculously low, and we do not need to be satisfied with that amount of nothingness. Okay. So that being said, AJ Lee's in this match, so it's gonna be really cool. So barely her second match back. And she's in a steel cage, but nonetheless, she's there with 9 other women. So, and they're all amazing professionals. Because we've been watching all of these women, a part of from AJ Lee, but Lash Legend is a question mark here. They decided to randomly put her with Nia. I mean, technically, it's supposed to. The team itself is supposed to work, right? But like, why? I mean, like Nia destroyed her in NXT.
But they explained. They did that promo after she debuted, saying that they earned each other's respect from their fights in NXT.
Okay, sweetie, just because they explain it doesn't mean it makes sense, and it's
I mean, I am sorry. You say I'm accepting the bare minimum. This company has basically made it that if it makes sense and they actually take the time to explain it, which half the things on the show they don't take the time to explain it, I say it does. I think it does make sense.
Okay, and they explain it with a backstage segment because Kevin Owens isn't there anymore to make it make sense. Because ever since he left, we have so many questions, and he's not there to, to randomly put things in perspective and, make it with mental gymnastics and not logically speaking, but like that's a. I suppose that they're gonna have a women's War Games advantage this Friday,
Yeah,
probably because like
they
the
are.
lack of women's matches was,
It was very
you
telling.
know,
And it was very
yeah,
bad
it was
leading up to the
extremely
last two
irritating.
episodes with
Yes.
SmackDown and Raw.
Mm-hmm. Um. So because when it comes to the men, because I feel like it's really certain then that one of the matches will be won by heels and the other will be won by baby faces. I'm pretty, yeah, this is probably the way things go. Um, so the heels in the men's team won because Logan pinned Jimmy. I'm because we're gonna talk about the men's War Games match when we get to it, but I feel like AJ Rhea, the face team will win here because I'm almost certain then that it's gonna be the other way around when it comes to the men. But uh I really don't have a logical explanation as to why it's AJ. Like I
Yeah,
I'm biased.
I think Team AJ Lee is going to win this one. I think that it's just they're gonna create this story of every time AJ and Becky are in the ring together, AJ wins, and
Up
I think
until, yeah,
they're gonna keep pushing this singles match. I don't think this singles match happening this year. I don't think it's happening at the Royal Rumble. I think they're saving that for
it's
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania. Yeah, it's a WrestleMania match, I'm sure. Uh I don't mind that whatsoever because like AJ needs to get the reps in because it's a WrestleMania match. And yeah, AJ Lee she's made WrestleMania history before. I mean, she needs to keep that going. So
Yep.
I don't want her to have a bad WrestleMania match or any other.
We got a super chat donation here from Dion. Thank you so much, Dion, for the support. He says traditional Survivor Series would be better for these lineups. I personally think War Games should be reserved for faction versus faction. I agree with half of this. I do agree that this lineups would be better for the traditional Survivor Series elimination matchups. I just prefer that, and I missed it. I got excited when they announced that Sammy and his crew is facing
Yeah.
Solo and the FMT and
Yep.
the MFTs in a traditional Survivor Series matchup on SmackDown. But I was like, it's kind of stupid to do it on SmackDown when Survivor Series is the next day to have a Survivor Series matchup. I'm just saying. The thing that I disagree with this statement, War Games has never been really reserved for faction versus faction. There are some notable exceptions to the rule, like when NWO versus Four Horsemen, but War Games has always been heel faction versus a group of baby faces. That is War Games.
Yeah.
It's never been a faction of baby faces. No, it's always been a group of baby faces that have been wronged by the heel faction, and there's no other way to settle the score except locking them inside of the 2-ring steel cage with the roof on top. That is War Games. It's never really been faction versus faction. So I think that War Games should be the main heel faction versus a group of baby faces, and that's why it worked for so many years without the problem of it feeling like a gimmick match that, yearly we have to put people in it. It worked so well for years in WCW, NWA, Jim Crockett Promotions, and even in NXT because you had
Against the Undisputed Era.
Undisputed Era.
Everyone.
It was a group of baby
Yeah.
faces versus the Undisputed Era every year.
Every year.
No one complained about it. Every year in Jim Crockett
Because it was
Promotions,
good.
when they first introduced the War Games, it was the Four Horsemen versus every group of baby faces they can find until they exhausted that, and then they created the Dangerous Alliance just so a group of baby faces could face them inside the cage. And then was the Dungeon of Doom. A group of baby faces faced them inside the cage. Then it's the NWO, a group of baby faces.
Oh my
It's
God.
always the heel. You need the heel faction. But the reason why it didn't work with, I think, WWE in the main roster is because Triple H seems immune to building up a heel faction besides the Bloodline. The Bloodline is the only year it really worked when they put the Bloodline in there, and then when they did the Bloodline Civil War last year. When they did Judgment Day versus a group of babyfaces, it's like, obviously the group of babyface is going to win because the Judgment Day fucking lose all the time.
Yeah.
Damn it. And the same thing with the women. Damage Control, when they did that every year, it was like, Damage Control always loses. They're fucking losers.
Yeah, but last year was really good because Roman Reigns getting to be paired up with CM Punk. This was an interesting thing, you know. Always is one of them gonna stab the other one in the back, and then they had that wonderful meme-worthy picture with both of them in the, you know, in the cage before the, and there was, you know. So I'm gonna preserve my, you know, my judgment, which we all know that's not gonna happen, up until the show is over. But yeah, again, it's probably gonna be a wonderful pay-per-view. I just need to whine about it not making sense.
Yeah, but I'm also going with Team AJ Lee and the Women's War Games. Now let's talk about the other women's match on the card for the WWE Women's World Championship. Stephanie Vicaire will go one-on-one with WWE Hall of Famer Nikki Bella. These two women formed a friendship and a partnership over on Monday Night Raw. They were dealing with the Judgment Day, faced them in tag team competition, had each other's back as Stephanie Vicaire faced Raquel Rodriguez for the WWE Women's World Championship a couple of weeks ago, with Vicaire picking up the win. Post-match, Roxanne Perez attacked Vicaire from behind, and it was Nikki Bella who fought her off to make the save. They hugged and embraced. Everything seemed okay until Nikki Bella handed Stephanie Vicaire the WWE Women's World Championship right to the face, nailing her, taking her down, raising the title, and telling her that she is nobody's second fiddle. She's nobody's sidekick. She wants the championship. She wants to take over the women's division. She attacked Vicaire again the following week on Monday Night Raw, and Vicaire had something to say on this week's Raw, saying that so many people told her not to be friends with Nikki, told her who she was, but she didn't listen. She still was her friend, and now she will make her pay for that. She says that she knows all about Nikki's past, but Nikki knows nothing about what La Primera is capable of. So we will see that this Saturday in San Diego. I think it's obvious Stephanie Vicaire is going to win, but what have you thought about the build up to this matchup, and who do you got?
Every time I have to talk about Nikki Bella, I choose my words really carefully because I really don't want the Bella Army on my ass. She has never been my cup of tea, ever. Especially when she's a random baby face. She's so, in my eyes, she's so fucking unbelievable as a baby face. I get her more as a heel, and I don't know if that's because for me she's better as a heel or because I just do not like her. I every time every time I say this, I need to mention the fact that I'm so ridiculously proud of everything that she's accomplished when it comes to women's wrestling, because she's Nikki and Brie are solely responsible for the majority of women watching wrestling, because they made women be interested in wrestling and with all the reality stuff and everything.
Ain't nothing stop me now. That was the theme song for Total Divas.
Yeah, thank you. That sucks. So Bryn says that she has a feeling Nikki will win. I will fucking hate this so much. I feel like I will puke and shit at the same time creating a vortex in my body. I don't know, vacuum, whatever. Because Nikki Bella beating probably one of the best women's wrestlers that WWE has, and probably out of WWE because it's fucking Stephanie McCurr. I don't care how she wins, that she's not supposed to win. Please don't make this happen, because if Nikki is women's champion at the same time AJ Lee is back in the company, blood coming out of all the holes in my body for weeks and weeks. Okay?
Wow.
I will be
okay.
so mad. So mad. Yeah, by the way, my immense love for AJ Lee has nothing to do with the fact that I don't like the Bellas. They're totally separate,
Okay. Gotcha.
reasons.
Sounds likely.
So it's the truth, sweetie. So I'm gonna pick Stephanie here, and I'm gonna have a mini heart attack if they even do one false finish here. Because in my eyes, Stephanie needs to mop the floor with Nikki Bella.
I can't wait for Nikki Bella to hit the Bella Buster 2.0, or what is it?
Stop
No,
it.
the Rack Attack 2.0.
Stop
And Chrissy, Maggie's gonna be freak out. She's gonna be crashing out, being like, "No, no!" Looking up into the ceiling, like. We got a super chat donation from Chuck Berries. Thank you so much, Chuck Berries, for the support. He says Nikki Bella went on Get Up today, and they mentioned the name Brie Bella. So you know that certain folks will expect her to be there at Survivor Series. Do you? No, I don't. I've seen it too. I've seen Nikki say that she, misses, and that her return has felt quite alone with Brie not being there. And it can be viewed as kind of overt teases, but from every indication that we've seen this year, it is more of the Bellas trying to manifest a Brie Bella return more than them teasing a Brie Bella return.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if Brie will. It's wrestling, and it's 2025, almost 2026. Everything's possible. And CM Punk's back in WWE. AJ's back. AEW exists, and like all of these things, it's things are happening. Cody Rhodes is back. I feel like
a two-time world champion.
Yes. Oh my God. Like all of these things, like that we've never thought that were ever going to happen again or at all, are happening. So a Brie Bella return isn't that far-fetched.
No.
I mean, far-fetched is Caitlyn coming back to wrestling, and I really want her to, because she was a powerhouse. But I don't think so. I mean, I don't think that she wants to or anything, because she hasn't brought it up. But Brie coming back, it's not out of the realm of possibility, but I don't know. Stop it. No? Wow, it's as if it was the real music playing. So they made a big deal, a couple of days ago about it being the anniversary of Brie Bella costing AJ Lee the championship by kissing her, just like AJ did with with Daniel Bryan against Sheamus. It was against Sheamus, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it was against Sheamus. Yeah. So Uh, I can see Brie Bella coming back and kissing Stephanie because, like, who wouldn't want to kiss Stephanie? But like, that's a. Uh, I don't think that's happening. Hopefully,
Yeah.
Stephanie retains. Guys, if Nikki Bella beats Stephanie, I mean,
Pray for us all. Pray for us all, and Maggie especially. For the WWE Intercontinental Championship, John Cena defends the title for the very first time against the hometown hero, San Diego's own Dominic Mysterio. On the November 10th episode of Monday Night Raw, John Cena said farewell to his hometown of Boston, Massachusetts. Of course, Boston needed the proper, clarification and update that they must cheer John Cena, courtesy of Triple H, of course. We got to thank Triple H for letting Boston know that they had to cheer John Cena, their hometown hero, on his final time in the arena.
thank God he told them to.
Thank God for Triple H. Cena was interrupted soon thereafter by Dominic Mysterio. Dom saying that he was better than Cena at any time, and he's not even in his prime. He could beat him in any era, anytime, any place. That made Triple H. Of course, you got to mention Triple H made the match, so thank you, Triple H, the most objective
Thank you,
person
Papa.
out there. He made the matchup for the Intercontinental Championship with Cena beating Dom in his hometown to become a Grand Slam champion for the first time, winning the Intercontinental title, one of the few titles he has never won in his career. And then the following week in Madison Square Garden, it was Dom who issued the challenge to Cena. Since Cena had the advantage in his hometown when he won the title, Dom wanted his rematch in his hometown of San Diego, California. So that goes down at Survivor Series this Saturday. The little said, pun intended, little said about what happened on Monday Night Raw, the better. What do you think about Cena and Dom heading into Survivor Series? No, I'll just mention it. They had a midget, John Cena, on Monday Night Raw that some people actually found funny, even though it is a segment that WWE has done at least every other year since 1997.
I felt a bit uncomfortable while watching that segment. The only thing that made me chuckle a bit was Stu. That they had a little Stu, the cameraman, and that is because it was cute. But like, that's the whole segment itself. I mean, why are we still doing that at 2025? I mean, like, let's leave that in the past and let's never speak of it again. So it's gonna be so funny if Dominic wins back his championship, right? Because I kind of feel like the last John Cena match will be against Gunther, and the championship is gonna be on the line, and Gunther wins his Intercontinental Championship back from John Cena. I feel like that's where we're heading towards. Because his heavyweight championship run was nothing to remember, but his Intercontinental Championship run was the best. And I feel like we're gonna run this back again. Yeah, so I'm gonna pick John Cena here, but it's gonna be so fun if Dominic wins, because I know that people are still booing Dominic, but everyone loves him like 1,000 times more than they did a year ago.
Yeah.
And yeah, so kudos to Dominic Mysterio for everything that he's done for the past year and a half or 2 years, because like, he's built so much in himself and his character, and even in his in-ring work. Really worked on himself, and I'm happy with everything that Dominic's doing. The heat that he's getting, that's the correct type of wrestler that you want to be. Really, really happy with that result.
Yeah. I'm happy for Dom. He's improved so much, and he's become WWE's like hottest and most popular star on the roster. So I appreciate all the improvement Dom has had. but I don't need him to win back the Intercontinental Championship from Cena. I need Cena to stay strong heading into the final matchup because you had 16 people fighting for the right to face Cena, and I don't want him to just be a big loser, even though he lost like 2 months ago.
Sure.
I'd rather him be the Intercontinental Champion heading into that matchup. But
Yes.
that is not what the show is named after. It is John Cena's final PLE of his career, with his matchup with Dominic Mysterio. But it is all about Survivor Series War Games. And the men's War Games might be the most star-studded in the history of WWE. You got on the right-hand side, Team Vision. Paul Heyman has assembled Brock Lesnar, Bron Breakker, the Tribal Thief, Bronson Reed, Logan Paul, and Drew McIntyre, as they will face Team, I don't know whose team it is, of the undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes, the World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk, the greatest tag team of all time, the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, and the OTC, Roman Reigns. The war between the babyface side and the Vision has been going on ever since WrestleMania, when Paul Heyman turned his back on his client and best friends of CM Punk and Roman Reigns and aligned himself with Seth Rollins and assembled the Vision with Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed. We've seen Bronson Reed make Roman Reigns' life a living hell, putting him on a stretcher and injuring him at one point, defeating him at Crown Jewel. We've seen how Roman has had to stand by the side of his cousins, Jimmy and Jay, in their fight against the Vision throughout the last couple of months. And that has led to some dissension between the former members of the OG bloodline, with Jay with an accidental spear costing Roman that matchup against Bronson Reed. Logan Paul entered the fray as CM Punk has also been battling the Vision in his war and feud with Seth Rollins. And Logan Paul inserted himself after CM Punk defeated Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship at Saturday night's main event. Logan stepped up as the first challenger for the World Heavyweight Championship, but the Vision wasn't feeling that. They said that they would beat down anyone who stood in their way, and they did so to Logan Paul with the tsunami, which convinced Logan Paul that he didn't want to get beat down every week. So instead, if you can't beat them, join them. He knocked out CM Punk to join forces with the Vision and become a part of their War Games team. Cody Rhodes decided to stand by CM Punk and Jey Uso in this fight and join them in the War Games, which led to Drew McIntyre wanting to insert himself into all of this after being screwed over against Cody at Saturday night's main event. He took out a referee and got himself suspended, but because of the contract saying that Paul Heyman could pick anyone from Raw or SmackDown to be a part of his War Games team, he picked Drew to overcome the suspension. It was Drew and Logan who defeated the Usos on Monday Night Raw this week to earn the advantage for their team. Back at Madison Square Garden, it was Brock Lesnar who made his return, realigning with his former advocate, Paul Heyman, and helping the War Games team, joining forces with the Vision. But it was Roman Reigns. It was Roman Reigns who was the kind of the X factor in taking out Brock Lesnar after Lesnar took down both champions on their team. But there's this dynamic on the babyface team that has to be addressed with two massive egos. You got Roman Reigns, who's the tribal chief, OTC, and the biggest star in WWE today. But you got Cody Rhodes, who's the undisputed WWE champion, who said, "Welcome to my team," to Roman, while CM Punk is the World Heavyweight Champion of Monday Night Raw and feels like this is his team. He has issues with Roman Reigns due to Paul Heyman being in the middle of their dissension and their beef heading into WrestleMania and leading to Heyman turning on the both of them. They have issues that are still not resolved. Cody and Roman have their issues from Cody beating Roman, ending his 1,300-day reign back at WrestleMania 40. Cody and Punk are both kind of jockeying for position, having what Roman said was a dick measuring contest between the two champions. So can these three massive egos stay on the same page and win, or will the Vision take advantage of the dissension between them? What do you think about the build to the men's War Games coming up this Saturday? And who wins?
Yeah, so the build is better, but we had that amazing, what if build that we got last year. So Roman Reigns and CM Punk are once again on the same side on this year, and they also have a buttload of history together. But I mean, Roman Reigns has history with each and every person in that War Games match. I kept wondering, why the hell is Jimmy Uso a part of this match? And then it hit me, he's there to take the pin. I don't know who pins him, but I'm pretty sure he's taking the pin. And that kind of sucks. I mean, I know, like, the dude is about to become a dad. He's probably on, cloud 9 anyway. And like, he's gonna be a dad. But I wonder if someone betrays the other person. In the face team, because I'm still not sure if we're gonna get that Dakota Kai heel turn, that iconic Dakota Kai heel turn. I don't think that we're ever gonna recreate this that moment specifically, because it was so none of us saw it coming, by the way. And I don't know if we're gonna see that with Charlotte and Rhea, because the way that their beef was built was, okay, we're gonna be on the same War Games team, and then on the next episode, I don't trust you, you're a snake, and then they leave. And then on the next episode, you're gonna go into a room with each other and talk it out. And they pretty much talked for 20 seconds, and they're like, yeah, okay, we're on the same War Games team. And I'm like, what is happening?
Freaking Rhea had a whole monologue, and Charlotte said one sentence of 4 words.
Yeah. And she's like, if I want to go to war with someone, it's gonna be you. And I'm like, so you told on national television, I told everyone that she's a snake and had so many, choice words about her, but everything's cool now after 20 seconds. It was the weirdest thing. That's what I meant when I stated that I hated this, because it made no sense. So I don't know if they're gonna do that with Charlotte and Rhea, because I kind of feel like everyone's expecting them to. But like, when we're talking about the face team, I don't know if we're gonna see that with. Okay, and suddenly I don't want to see anymore.
I was about to say, I was like, what? That was a pause, and I was like, dramatic pause. Here we go.
I wanted to sneeze. I'm sorry. And I like I said, I don't know if they're gonna do that because I don't remember if they done this on the main roster. Have they? No.
I don't think there's gonna be a turn in the women's War Games. I think that we will see something happen in regards to this babyface team. I think that the dynamic and where it was left, that is more prevalent of WWE telling us something big's going to happen between these three guys. They pretty much resolved whatever will happen between Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair. They resolved, they moved on. They even had a moment. They even had a moment on Monday Night Raw where they both teamed up together and did the crotch chop. That's over. That's part of the story is over. We don't need to think about that anymore. We do need to think about the Roman, Cody, and Punk dynamic.
So you're saying that once you do the suck it thing with someone, you're basically best friends.
You're best friends, right?
Best
I think we're best friends now. That's
Uh,
what they were doing. That's what they did. They looked at each other like, I think we're best friends now, and they were like, "Boom."
yeah,
That's
sure.
how it happened. But
It's
yeah, I think I got how the finish is gonna happen. Do you want to hear the spoiler?
oh yeah,
You want to hear the spoiler?
it's not a rumor, it's a spoiler. Okay.
It's not a prediction. It's a spoiler.
Uh,
Punk has a steel chair. He's going for Braun Breaker. He swings at Braun Breaker. Meanwhile, behind Braun Breaker is Roman Reigns getting up with his back turned. So when Braun Breaker moves out the way, CM Punk hits Roman Reigns in the back with a steel chair, giving him PTSD of all of his Shield breakups and Seth Rollins heel turns. And then Punk turns around right into a spear from Braun Breaker. Punk takes the fall, and we set up Braun Breaker as a top contender coming out of this because he's felt like the fucking fifth wheel for every fucking week heading into this. He's felt like a fifth wheel to Piss Boy, Trippy, freaking Slippy Slipperson, freaking Brock Lesnar. He's felt like a fifth wheel to Drew. I can't get a win over Cody, and I faced him 47,000 times. McIntyre. He's felt like a fifth wheel to Logan. I got a drone. I can do a flip, but no one cares. Paul. And he's felt like a fifth wheel to Bronson Reed. The tribal thing. The guy that came into the vision after him. What are we doing? For all the people that got mad at me for calling Bronson a Braun Breaker a YN, guess what? WWE is treating him like a YN. They treating him like he has color and they can't see it because they treating him like a fifth wheel.
calm down.
So many people say, "Oh no, it's gonna be fine. He's gonna get pushed. They're just waiting for a bigger show. Don't worry." All the momentum he had after he turned on Seth is gone. It's gone.
All of it.
It's gone.
Yeah, it is gone. I do agree with you. He doesn't feel as big as he used to, and that's one of the many reasons I had a problem with Brock Lesnar being back. I mean, because Braun Breaker was supposed to feel the baddest thing on that team, the thing that you were supposed to be looking out for the most. The new guy, because when you're facing like big, huge, hard opponents like Cody and Roman and everything, and even CM Punk. Sure, but like you've had years and years and years of studying footage. Whilst with Braun Breaker, you don't have that because like he's the new dog in the yard and everything. And all of a sudden when Brock is there, and I fucking hate this so much, it's all of a sudden all about him. I mean, he's in the front of the poster. And I hate that because what have you done for me lately? It's pissing me off because it's never about the new guys anymore. Anytime he's back. So I do get what you're saying, and I think that everything that you said makes sense. However, I do have the nagging feeling that they're building towards a heel turn for Jey Uso. And I don't know why they would have ever do that, because everyone's heating. He's a top merch seller and everything. I don't know why they would put an end to that. But his character, everything that his character has done is to be a more heelish thing, which I don't mind whatsoever, because fuck them kids, I don't care. But like, I don't want to see him eating with any more babies in the crowd. I mean, that's so funny. But like, no one yeeted with me. I've never, and yeah, I'm jealous of little babies now. That's where I'm at.
I'm jealous of the little babies eating.
Yeah, no, listen, because this year when I was attending our local music festival and we were watching Gojira, and they're like right now one of the biggest metal bands in the world. And there were two families right in front of us with 5 and a 6-year-old. And they had the audacity to make them sit on the guardrails right in front of us. And we saw nothing from the concert. And we were like, I'm sorry. What the fuck is happening? And they're like, well, they're little and can't see shit. And I'm like, yeah, so why are they here? So they're little children. Give him. And I'm like, I want to give him a punch in the face after you, because what the fuck is happening? Yeah, I'm gonna push you off the guardrails. Like, what the fuck is happening? Like, why do I not see anything now because of your fucking two miserable ass children, which are having the time of their lives? And I'm 36 and I can't see shit. And afterwards, after the concert was, Gajira were over, and not only did they see everything, but the guitarist for Skunkanasi, the wonderful, one of my all-time favorite bands, he thought that they were cute and he gave them guitar picks. So
it just pissed you off even more.
Even more. So fuck them kids. I fucking hate your children. And you, if you do that on concerts, you suck so much. So that's why
talking to you.
I'm
if you think she's talking to you, she's talking to you.
I am talking to you. Fuck you and your kids. So if you do that, please don't. And everything. So yeah, I'm gonna picking the I'm picking the heel team to win here. I think it's an easy pick.
We got we got Chuck Berries who says, "Hey SB3, would you turn Punk heel at WarGames or wait until later?" I would do something involving Punk and Roman, because it really feels like the last 2, 3, even like 4 years. It's really like ever since they put WarGames at Survivor Series, this is really the event that starts the road to WrestleMania. Like 2022, it set up Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus the Usos. 2023, CM Punk came back. That set up everything that went down with Seth, Drew, and Damian Priest, who were all in the WarGames matchup. Then you had last year with the OG bloodline versus the new bloodline, you had the Roman and Punk stuff that set up Roman, Punk, and Seth at WrestleMania. I think that you should set up Punk and Roman as one of your main events at WrestleMania 42 in this matchup. That's why I had to finish being something where Punk strikes Roman, and that's the reason why they lose.
I know he asked you and not me, but I would turn Punk heel any day now, because everyone is waiting for CM Punk. Like, not everyone, but like I personally am so much because Punk has been back in wrestling for like 3 to 4 years now, right?
4 years now.
4 years now. Everyone has been clinging for a CM Punk heel turn because everyone knows that he's best when he's a heel. And I can't wait. I know it's a matter of time, but they're still riding the hype of him being back to WWE, because he's been back in wrestling for quite some time, but in WWE for like.
But the build to Roman and Punk would be so much better if Punk turns heel. Because Punk being this corny PG version of himself,
no.
It just doesn't work. Like the whole dynamic on Raw, it was just like Roman was the coolest person in the room, and he's just talking to these two lame cornballs.
And Roman Reigns doesn't need, like, I need to underline this. They don't need to turn Roman Reigns babyface. Just have him do the exact same thing.
He is babyface because he's the coolest person. It's not because he redeemed himself or became a good person.
Yeah. They've changed nothing about his character. That's what I'm saying. They don't need to turn him back into the stupid ass thing. No, never do that. Just having him do exactly the same thing that he's been doing the past, I don't know, years after since he came back, because this is what works. They turned him they turned him heel, which was the thing that we were begging them to do. And he is a heel. Everything that he's doing is heel stuff. But because he's so fucking cool, we like the guy. That's
effortlessly cool. Dion adds, he says the fact that LA Knight isn't in the match tells you everything you need to know. Knight will be facing Jericho at Mania. I can see that. I could probably see that. That'll feel like a big matchup for him at this point.
No. Listen, if LA Knight beats Chris Jericho, that's the only thing I want. I mean, I didn't see it coming when Fandango beat Chris Jericho at WrestleMania. I don't think that any of us saw that coming. I don't know.
I wanted AJ Styles to beat Chris Jericho at WrestleMania 32.
Everyone did. Everyone did. It's AJ. Who like? Oh yes, they won the tag team championship. So cool, and I forgot because they haven't shown them on television.
They'll be on next week against the New Day.
Yeah,
not on the pay-per-view.
Yes, we got a backstage segment, and I'm like, why are the New Day getting a championship opportunity? What have they done? Please, someone explain this to me.
They've done absolutely nothing since they lost the tag team titles. They feuded with Penta over a stupid hat. But that is all for us when it comes to WWE Survivor Series WarGames 2025. Thank you so much for watching our preview here and giving your predictions in the live chat as well as in the comment section. Want to thank Maggie as always for joining us and giving her thoughts, her predictions, her unfiltered opinions when it comes to WWE. Want to give you the floor. Let everybody know where they can follow you on social media and when they might see you again.
First of all, this has to be our shortest prediction show ever.
4 matches.
But, sweetie, all WWE pay-per-views are 4 matches that we've got for like 2 hours straight. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for having me on this lovely channel. I absolutely adore it here. You can follow me on X, Twitter, Twix, or whatever you guys want to call it, at Maggie_IK. You can also catch me on Instagram at Maggie.IK. Please subscribe to Fightful Select. My favorite part of the year is coming up, and that is, of course, the Fightful Awards. The Fightful Awards voting, I'm pretty sure it starts this weekend. And if you want to be a Fightful Select award sponsor, you can catch with the main Fightful account on Twitter, or Sean or Kate if you want to sponsor the award show. A certain award category, there's a bunch left and you can get on that. You can also buy a donation for someone else. You can do that. You can sponsor someone else. You can use any of the costs that they have on the award show, promoting everything that you have. You can use that with you can clip that and you can use that on your shows, on your social media, or whatever. But again, the most wonderful time of the year. I adore the Fightful Awards. Because like Fightful Select is filled with wonderful people and amazing wrestling fans, which I'm really happy with the filter that we have on that platform alone. So again, please subscribe to Fightful Select, the easiest $5.99 that you're ever gonna spend on wrestling. Of course, we get a bunch of pay-per-views, premium live events, or whatever for the rest of the year. You get a lot of scoops from Sean when it comes to that. You can catch me Fridays at 3 p.m. Eastern on Fightful Overbooked for Coexisting with Rob and Maggie. We are taking a bit of a mental health break, Rob and I. Again, for obvious reasons. We will be back soon. Please follow Rob and I at me on social media, and Rob at Rob Wilkins, for you to be up with news on whatever we are coming back. But up until that time, you can catch me pretty much all the time on this channel, making predictions with SP3 and a bunch of wonderful people also. But yes, thank you so much for having me on the show.
Thank you as always, Maggie. And thank you all of y'all for joining us live. If you're watching us on demand, thank you as well. Remember, if you haven't already, drop the thumbs up on the video, share this video with all your wrestling fans, friends, and family. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here. You can also follow us on the Twitter machine, as well as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, at True Hill Heat. Patreon.com/True Hill Heat. $3 a month gets you exclusive content. The best way to support us when we're not live here. Right now, we got our TNA Turning Point 2025 review that's up right now. Check out all the great content we got on the channel here as well, like our top 10 best AEW Full Gear matches list that dropped yesterday here on the channel. Go over and check that out. Check out the flagship podcast, True Hill Heat 356 from last weekend. Check out our AEW Full Gear review. If you want to check out just a portion of that, check out the clip where we talk about what's next for the AEW World Title following the ending of Full Gear. That'll be dropping before tonight's Dynamite as a preview for tonight's show. And of course, join us live here throughout the rest of the week. We got on Friday a special edition of AE Ramble reviewing Dynamite and Collision. No Ramble tomorrow for Thanksgiving, but we will be dropping some content for you to enjoy there. And then go ahead.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for interrupting. But Bryn mentioned something in the chat. Please listen to Bryn. Upload pictures of your Thanksgiving food and please tag me. I want to see all of your foods. I want to see everyone's food. Just give me. Show it to me. All of your food.
Send her the foods. Send her the food.
Send out the food. Thank you. Please continue.
Oh, but yes. I'll be back also on Saturday, 10:05 a.m. Eastern Time, the True Hill Heat flagship podcast. We got a special guest, I believe, Lyric Wrestling will be joining us to talk all about Full Gear, so join us for that as well. And of course, we'll be reviewing Survivor Series on Sunday, so join us for that also. Thank you so much to Maggie. Thank you so much to all of you for watching us. It is me, your True Hill Phenom, SP3. This has been our WWE Survivor Series WarGames 2025 preview. We are signing off until next time.